Hello. I'm David McGar. This is Property Value. We talk commercial real estate in South Florida. I got my man, Ralph Pena, Managing Director of Colliers, here with me today.
What's going on, everyone?
Let's talk
been a
real
while.
estate.
Go for it.
Welcome to have you back, Ralph.
Thanks, man.
It's me and you. Christian is giving his seat up to the old man. No. Anyways, so first article, you tell me.
Actually, it's an interesting one. It came out of the Herald. Kind of the hot topic we've had, for the past couple of weeks regarding the rise in rental rates. Apartment rentals soar in South Florida. What is driving this trend, and when will it subside? This was an interesting article because, been a hot topic lately. Monthly home rents are rising sharply across South Florida. Some communities are seeing a 35% annual increase in December compared to a year ago. That's
35.
insane. 34%. Yeah, rounded to 35. It's insane.
Scoot up to the mic. Maybe you want to put you need your
Yeah, I got it here, man. Yeah. It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. Hopefully incomes keep going up, but with interest rates also increasing, then the affordability also rises up.
Right. And one of the interesting topic that this brought up was obviously what they're saying, they're the perfect storm. We've talked about it. Steady migration, pandemic, people coming in from the state, higher wage, looking for higher wages, cost of living. But what's interesting about this is it basically indicates, some communities have seen on the lower end 8 to 12% increase, but wages haven't gone up. And what we're seeing here is it just there's this.
Well, there has been some wage increase, like
Correct.
Amazon and these companies that are coming in and making, minimum wage $15. That's a wage increase,
Right. But when you're talking, rent going up in some markets, 30, you and I have talked 20% in some, recently one of our coworkers, 20% increase. I mean, when wages don't go up 20%, I mean, how do you navigate through that? And then you're also dealing with an issue that's been common in South Florida is the rising cost of home prices, right? So home prices go up, create demand for rental properties. Well, now there's a demand for it, not enough construction, and most of the construction that we're seeing more on the Class A side. So you're not seeing too many, at least in our end, I haven't seen that many jobs coming in where they're proposing lower tier BC assets, right? But you're seeing a lack of demand for affordable housing. There's not enough affordable housing development going on right now. At least I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but that's everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you touched on a couple indicators. Like you have to look at the median income, right? You have to see where the median income is.
Right.
Then you have to see where the average house value is and how does that play out with the 30% affordability of what they can afford to buy compared to incremental. I know that prime rates were around 3.1 and I heard that they went to 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. I don't have the actual data in front of me, but that's a 50% base, jump. But then you still have the big players like your Blackstones and everything that's coming in and actually either buying a whole bunch of single family houses and renting them, or now that even other guys are forming REITs that are coming in and building houses just to rent. So, I mean, now, will that happen down in South Florida? I don't know, with our scarcity of land. But that's what makes the demand, increase. And that's what, do we need more affordable housing? Sure.
Yeah. I mean, look, Broward, Dade County, the average median home, the median sale price is $525,000.
Medium sale price?
525 right now.
Now, do you know the median income? 'Cause that's the only way to judge it.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the median income, I haven't looked it up. Maybe we can look it up. I mean, I think it got to be somewhere in the $60,000 to $70,000 range. I can't see it being
I mean, overall, my median, I can't look
yeah.
it up right
I mean, in Broward, it's 500,000.
now.
So if you're somebody, making what, $150,000 a year, you can't afford that.
500,000?
Yeah.
You can afford that.
I don't think so. Not in a month. Not 500,000. What are you looking at? 30% at 20% down? That's $100,000. Unless you go the FHA, first time home buyer, and even then.
But that's what you do.
Right, but FHA had caps. I'm not sure off the top of my head what their loan amounts are capped at.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I haven't been out of the residential for a while, but
definitely a person that makes $150,000 a year can afford a $500,000 house. For sure. I mean, here in Miami, you want to buy a 2-bedroom condo, they're $500,000. So if you can't buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, regular $500,000 median income house.
I mean, look at right now. Let's, for argument's sake, 3.5%, 3.25%, 30-year fixed. Let's say, for argument's
So
sake,
you're saying 400,000 is my loan?
no.
What?
No.
Oh, you're saying 500,000.
500,000. Take away what? 5%. Put down.
So 95%.
Let's shoot. 30-year.
$75,000.
Yeah. 30-year fixed, 3.25%. I'm just throwing that number out there. I mean, it's probably a little
Your
bit.
payment is $2,000.
$2,000. Taxes, insurance, and all that factors into all that. That doesn't count all the additional cost that goes into that.
$2,000. And now you're talking about a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, which is probably around 15 to 2,000 square feet, right? 15, 16, 17,000 square feet. I mean, that's a lot lower than what people are paying for rent.
Good point.
I mean, Austin just told us apartment building in Broward, Davey.
2,000.
No, he's paying 16. They just increased it by 300. That's 20% to 19. And that's only if he wants to sign in 30 days. If not, it goes up.
Right.
And then the lady that I was telling you, the property manager here in Miami, told me the same thing, that's how they're offering, and rents are exploding. So anyways, talking about rents, I'm going to dive into, so that's outside. Let's look at this. So this is actual Broward, and make this a little bigger. So it's saying that there's 164,000 approximately units in Broward County. That's 1.6% up. There's 11,000 units under construction in Broward County. So I'd always like to see
76%
increase year over year.
That's nuts.
So that's 6%. 6% is under construction right now. The 12-month absorption is 7,800 approximately units. Vacancy rate at an all-time low at 3%. Market rent per unit is close to $2,000. It's $1,900. That's up almost 20% year over year. So right there, overall Broward, it's up 20%.
20%.
Your market sale price per unit, $275,000. That's up 21%. Market cap rate 4.6%, even and that's across all classes. So you're talking about class A's around 3 to 3.25, and then it goes up from there. People are chasing yield. People are love multifamily.
Yeah,
multifamily is the number one invested real estate sector there is. Number 2 is industrial, and the reason why they're chasing such low yields is because of that anticipated for future rent growth. So someone can come in and buy at a 3 cap or a 3.5 cap. And if you're going to get 20% rent growth, well, it's going to grow, right? I mean, your cap rate's going to grow right there.
No doubt. I mean, you're talking somebody comes in right now and just across the board, if they wanted to come in less than maybe a year, 18 months, bump up everybody 20%, if within reason.
They're doing it faster than that. But the whole thing is it's not sustainable. That rent growth, what everyone's seeing.
Yeah, I don't.
Because that's when you start going into medium income, and that's when you start seeing, but that's smart, that's typical economics, right? Supply and demand. But you got 6% of the overall inventory being constructed. So that means, you're going to have a lot more inventory coming online in 12, 18, 24 months. And but I mean, year over year stats are crazy multifamily residential in
No
South
doubt.
Florida.
I mean, I remember back in the day, I mean, everybody thought 5%, 6% cap was a deal. Now we're talking in the 3s and 4s. It's insane.
Yeah, or even lower.
Yeah.
What else you got?
What do we got here?
Let me read this one about.
Yeah, go ahead. You take over.
So I got the Coco Walk over here in Coconut Grove, Miami. The revamped Coco Walk in Miami Court. Revamped Coco Walk in Miami Coconut Grove neighborhood is now 100% leased out. One of the commercial property owners told Business Journal, South Florida Business Journal. Let's see, the 150,000 square feet of retail, 86,000 square feet of office space was leased. They said it was super exciting. We have a lot of list of new tenants. The latest tenants to sign leases at Coco Walk's Lifestyle Center are Gloss Lab, Infinity, 3D Brow Studio, and Barber Skin Clinic. Sounds like a lot of pampering places. Yeah. Gloss Lab's Coco Walk storefront will be the first Florida location for the New York-based salon. Customers who pay a monthly membership fee. Affinity is a high-intensity fitness training wellness center. Aventura-based 3D Brow Studio specializes in framing eyebrows, and skincare dermatologist Alicia Barber offers a one-of-a-kind beauty treatments. So several restaurants, entertainment venues have already opened or signed leases to operate within Coco Walk, and those leases are not low either. I remember when we were evaluating the restaurant over there, and it was like $55 to $100 triple net. Restaurants open since November include Duck and Some, Botanica Gin and Cookhouse, Sushi Garage. Mexican movie theater chain Cinepolis intends to reopen its renovated Coco Walk luxury movie house sometime this winter. Set to open in the spring is Groot Hospitality from David Grubman, 10,000 square foot key club at Coco Walk. Additionally, a future 4,000 square foot restaurant run by Coconut Grove restaurant company Arere Hospitality and the second South Florida location of Narbona Natural Foods and Farm Market are expected to open there later. The Uruguay market will also have a bakery and a butcher shop in 8,000 square feet where it will serve fresh pasta and an inventory of craft beer, wine, coffee, gourmet cheese, all produced in South America. Yeah, man, this was an old-time favorite place.
No doubt.
This is where, and I remember living in South Beach in 92, there was no movie theater. So Coco Walk had the only movie theater, and it's nice. And they used to have the Comedy Store.
They had the Comedy Store. It had, it used to be the only Cheesecake Factory, Hooters,
yeah, that's right.
Fat Tuesdays. Everybody's had, their moments there.
Seems like they cleaned it up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like you're watching almost like it's come full circle.
Yeah.
Like they actually came in and, Office. I mean, who would have thought Office would go into that space? And it's kind of cool because I drive by there all the time and I've seen it develop over the years, and it's kind of cool to watch it come back to life.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah.
I think that's nice. What do you got?
I got this interesting one, man. Everybody talks, about Miami tech, all the tech coming to Miami.
They're all moving here.
And
Silicon Valley of the East.
Pretty much, man. And it's interesting because we got this company. This is an article straight out of the Biz Journal. Betterfly, Latin America, first social unicorn, had big plans for Miami. Now, before I get into this, Betterfly, just a little bit that I've read about the article, it's kind of a company that deals more with life insurance. Kind of what their game plan is, if you promote healthier lifestyle, and in return, you get a higher premium on your life insurance, not the payment, your life insurance goes up. Which is pretty cool. I mean, I get more into it now when I read it. Chilean insurtech Betterfly is eyeing Miami as a future home base after securing $125 million from investors in a Series C financing round. The startup has $1 billion valuation of its latest funding round, led by Connecticut-based Glade Brook Capital. This company was founded in 2018. Betterfly is an insurance benefit platform that encourages users to keep up with healthy habits such as exercise and medication. The idea behind it is to empower people to take care of their own mental, physical, and financial well-being, track their healthy habits, and then reward members with charitable donations and life insurance coverage. For example, if you walk 10,000 steps, your life insurance coverage could grow by $20 to $30, according to the founder, CEO, Eduardo Del Magoria. Now, why am I bringing up this article, right? We're talking about tech, Miami, growth. The CEO currently has a sight set on Miami. He is moving to the Magic City next month to open a Betterfly office in the region where the firm will prepare for its U.S. launch. He said the company is looking to partner with American financial institutions and life insurance to help Betterfly break into U.S. market. Now, what I found interesting about this article is it never really disclosed what they're looking for as far as size. They just said Magic City. Well, I mean,
that's the two things, right?
Yeah.
The twofold. Us being appraisers and us looking at real estate, we always want to know how much space they're going to take, how many employees they're bringing.
exactly.
What's the price point that they're going to be looking at? Where they're going to be located in South Florida, Palm Beach, Broward, Dade. Are they going to be working in Brickell? Are they taking some new space in Wynwood? Are they just taking a typical place downtown? It's like, we want to know those data points, right?
Right.
But most journalists don't write that stuff in there, unfortunately. But then the best part about the whole article is just knowing that these companies are coming here.
Right.
They've already coined Palm Beach as the Wall Street of the South.
Yeah.
And, with Mayor Suarez bringing all the cryptocurrency and these tech, really being in the forefront of bringing these companies here. I applaud it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So
what do you got?
I've got this. I'm just reading it. This is off the Commercial Observer. It says Miami is considering changing its rules to eliminate a parking waiver for new developments near public transit, aka they will be required to provide the full amount of parking spaces dictated by zoning rules. I don't believe it. I don't know. I don't see an article attached to it, but it's just like a headline. And, everything with under City of Miami or Miami 21 zoning, where if you're, X amount of proximity to a transit, you get, you can get a 30 to 40% discount on your parking that's
Right.
available in the development. So for them to say they're going to eliminate it, it's kind of like the joke, right? That everyone says, like, they just build bigger sidewalks and then everybody thinks that the cars are going to go away, but they're not.
Right. And if you look at the transit, I mean,
it's getting better.
It's come a long way.
Yeah.
But you're limited to specific locations in certain city blocks yeah, I'm with you on that.
So I have one thing. It says controversy swamps Miami Beach famed Ocean Drive. So I wanted to hit this and I'll bring it up. Everybody to see. Oh man, there's a commercial for you, a little pop-up. So that's what Ocean Drive used to look like. Actually, that looks like during COVID because it has the outside restaurants all the way to the
it wouldn't be surprised as that would probably taken during probably the Food and Wine Festival or something like that.
Hey man, it's promotions.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so this is let's see what the article actually says. It says the smell of pot was unmistakable. Crowds gathered, bars blasted dance music at 6 p.m. on a recent Saturday. The parties were just getting started on Miami Beach's Ocean Drive. The good times would continue through early the next morning with alcohol flowing freely on the iconic promenade alongside the city's most cherished Art Deco architecture. Ocean Drive is our city's postcard, Miami Beach Mayor Dan Gelber has told Commercial Observer, but it hasn't had a code of conduct. The oceanfront promenade is among the most storied streets in the world, but over the past decade, it's drawn the ire of the locals because of unruly partying, rowdy clubs, and spring break debauchery. I don't believe that that's why the locals hate it, because I used to live a couple blocks from Ocean Drive, and I just think people don't like it because it hasn't evolved.
Yeah.
The view, like that, even that picture, it showed, the old deco hotels and stuff like that, but it's like the vendors that are inside there are just old mom and pops. It's like the view is the other way, which is the beach and the sand and the boardwalk and the people on their rollerblades. And they really up their like the volleyball courts there. I mean, all that is the scenery, but in Ocean Drive just is like,
I mean, just walk up and down Ocean Drive, right? You're right. You look to the east, gorgeous view. You look to the west. I mean, you got the stale. I mean, why do you want to go to Ocean Drive? Let's start with that. If you're a local,
there's no reason to go.
There's no reason, right? So how do you draw locals? Put decent restaurants in there.
Yeah, man. Chris talked about that. Like they should close down that street. They should put,
pedestrian friendly.
Yeah, man. And it's just like, I guess every city has that. Like, I'm sure New Orleans has that street where it's just touristy, and like, that's Miami Street, because there's a lot of cooler places that we were even talking about today. Like, it's like places like Merrick Park or even where Coco Walk is now. And then you always, you have the Wynwood, and then you have the Design District, and you have all these like different eatery places that have popped up. Even like Sunset Harbor. I mean, you've got that. So it says at the center of the controversy is a proposal that would change the cutoff time for businesses to serve alcohol to 2 a.m. from 5 a.m. I don't think that really does anything. I just think it's the actual businesses that are there should change. I don't understand why cutting off. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. You had an article about Sunset Harbor, didn't you? Like,
yeah, the article with this,
because that's better than I don't know. I don't even want to talk about
Yeah. What's interesting here is going back to the beach. It's let's talk about what's going on with the tourists and all that, right? The negative publicity. They gotta fix that. And how do you fix that? You try to make it more appealing.
But I don't think that Miami's got great publicity right now. Miami's is booming. Real estate's booming. Tech's coming here. Like, there's so many positive points. Miami is everywhere.
Yeah, I agree, but we're focusing on South Beach.
South Beach is booming. South the Fifth, Sunset Harbor. That's why I said bring up.
Well, Sunset Harbor. I mean, right now, this was an interesting one. Deco Capital and RWN Real Estate Partners, they landed $60 million in financing for the construction of a mixed-use development known as Sunset Harbor. Sunset Harbor, the 5-story development comprising of approximately 40,000 square feet of office, 17,000 square feet of retail, and the residential penthouse, which will feature 15,000 square feet of open space. Once complete, it'll have 250 feet of prime frontage on waterfront in Miami Beach.
So that's South Beach right there. That's the other side,
right,
which is the west side, and which is if you drive onto South Beach using the causeway, and instead of going all the way east to Ocean Drive, and your first main primary corridor is Alton Road. If you go down Alton Road, there's about 5 or 6 new mixed use buildings that have ground floor retail, office on the 3rd and 4th floor, parking garage, all cool architecture. And there's like 4 or 5 of them. And it all leads to Sunset Harbor, where then you have like these guys going in here, which is, another.
This is going to be beautiful. This is going to be a nice facility once it's done. And the rents are insane.
This is across the street from the bay. It's got bay views. It's got to have a beautiful penthouse on top of it. It's got, a couple of floors of Class A office. There was another Class A office just recently built with Starwood for their headquarters. I think they're occupying 50% of that, and then renting out the other 50%. Yeah, rents are incredible. Rents are up. Office is $100 triple net for this Class A space with retail space. Ground floor is around $60 triple net. So this is happening there. So that's the whole thing of like the narrative of Ocean Drive. I just think they're going about it the wrong way. Like, they're still starting to keep that old decor and clean it up. I think they're making it harder than what it is, because there is development. Even Washington, which used to be the big club corridor of South Beach, that's even been cleaned up with brand new mixed use retail on the bottom, hotels, residential. I mean, South Beach is more cleaned up than it is falling apart.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that, because we've had discussion too, even that Collins Avenue corridor, where the big franchise, the big retail chains have moved out. So what do you do with these open spaces, right? The trend, I mean, right, I think for me, what's lacking there is good quality restaurant, man. And I'm just focusing on the Ocean Drive little pocket from 5th to 15th. I'm not talking about beyond that, right? Where can you sit down, open cafe, and have a nice meal without feeling like they're ripping you off? Everybody wants to have a good time, right? If you're having good food, good service, good drinks, people are going to pay.
I don't think you have any of that on Ocean Drive.
No, not at all. No. And it's a shame because look what they did in the Gables. They closed off Geraldo. So they have the pedestrian friendly sector.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a work in progress. They made it where you can just walk in, sit outside in your cafes and have a nice meal. Now, imagine doing that on Ocean Drive. I mean, it will, in my opinion, it will blow up. It'll be great.
And I told Chris that I said they should close the street.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Completely a promenade, like
Yeah.
Lincoln Road, or like in California, the Santa Monica Promenade used to be a road. They closed it off. It's got retail on both sides. I mean, and then enjoy the sunset, enjoy the beach, the open airness.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, now you've got old vendors on Ocean Drive.
I think you're getting harassed. Have you been by there and you walk, they start harassing you? I mean, look at our place, look at our restaurant, check out our food. It's like,
but then you have a car with exhaust.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not all right, so that's Sunset Harbor, Alton Road. I mean, I don't want to sound down on South Beach because South Beach has some great places. They got this one more. I don't know. This might be Miami Herald. This could be. Did you open this already? Where they're talking about the condos. I can't get to it. It's under a paywall.
talking about the Herald?
Yeah, there was the condo story in the Herald, but whatever. If you don't want to, if you can't get to it.
Yeah, I got it right here. Let me check it out real quick.
See, more office going to Wynwood. It says right here. If I can't get to the freaking, let's see. TriStar proposes pair of office buildings in Wynwood. New York developers TriStar Capital and Raw Development Services filed plans for a pair of neighboring office buildings in the Wynwood Art Districts. I just want to see where it was. Yep. It says considers plans on February 9th for the Wynn on 5th South and North on 2641, 2701. Yeah, it's on our 5th Avenue. 5th Avenue is the last avenue, right? Isn't it the avenue where we just did?
Yeah, 5th Avenue is the last avenue right before the highway. It's actually, I take it back. 5th Avenue is it's 2nd and 5th Avenue are the two main corridors of Wynwood.
Right.
2nd being what everybody knows, up and down.
2nd Avenue.
Yeah. 5th Avenue is now the one where everybody's shifting to.
In office,
Yeah.
which is closer to 95, so you got the
Correct.
exposure. It's funny how everyone mentions always Wynwood has become a hot market for landing technology companies, including offices at Spotify and Open Store. That's cool. So what, you open that one?
Yeah, I got that article. It's basically the top 5 towers in Miami. Let's start with number 1, the Icon.
Icon what though? Because I think
Icon Brickell Tower 1.
right. So that's like 2 towers down from where we are now.
Yep, pretty much.
Or south.
Yep.
South, right?
Then you have the Quantum on the Bay, Edgewater.
Okay.
Coming number 3, Icon Brickell Tower number 2.
Icon Brickell Tower.
Yep. And number 4, Tower 3 of the Icon.
So Icon's been there all 3.
Yeah, and leading the pack, the Club at Brickell. So
Where's that? Is that over here?
12th and Brickell Bay Drive. So that is right down the street from us. 1/8. Just go a couple blocks down, and it's right there by the mark. It's kind of where we go the
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
Or Kiss Me.
Yeah, one of those weird names. It's interesting that 4 of the 5 on Brickell and 3 are the same towers. Kind of cool,
Hey,
what's going on here in Brickell.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That it's, you haven't heard conversation like that
No,
about Brookville.
no,
or
not at all.
Brookville's condo market, or it's always been the Aston Martin that's being built, or the Paramount,
Yeah.
or the new tower that's being built by 11, or that's a loud noise. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's a
how-
construction
how-
upstairs.
All right, man. Well, it's been nice having you here.
Same here, man.
Maybe we'll start doing it at noon so we can, get the managing director in here and more often. So, all right, Dave McGar, Property Value, signing it off. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.